Good day, broker partners. It's again Loren Hawkins here from Threepoint Capital, sitting down with the lovely Jessica from Stewart Title today. We've known each other, geez, a lot of years now.
Long time.
We've got a lot of mutual friends in common, and it's always a pleasure to connect with you. And I think we bumped into each other few months ago and sat down for coffee, and I said, hey, let's get together. I mean, right now, as you mentioned before we got on here, how important title insurance is right now. It seems to be a key headline in the paper. So I thought, perfect opportunity to sit down and connect and let our broker partners know what a key piece of this is for their planning with their clients, and how lenders, not only in the mixed space like us, but other lenders use the product. So, how long? Like, I know you've been with Stewart a while now. So when did you start your career with them?
Feels like too long. Joking aside, I've actually been there just under 16 years with Stewart Title. So definitely a long time. In Kelowna is where I am now. For some of that, the Lower Mainland, Vancouver Island, Northern Alberta, Northern BC, sort of been everywhere and worked with them.
Perfect. So where's your territory? So do you have the bulk of BC? Or
I have everything outside of the island and the Lower Mainland, so
okay.
Interior of BC, as well as I do Northern Alberta as well.
Okay, so all those areas there. So when broker partners are looking, then we know where we're at. So what about Stewart is sort of a big misconception brokers don't know about the company? I mean, there are a number of insurer partners out there, but Stewart seems to be sort of one of the front runners in this industry.
We're definitely one of the larger title insurance companies in Canada. Couple things that make us unique. First and foremost, us business development managers are licensed where applicable. So I'm actually a licensed insurance broker. So I have to do, my annual education, pay my fees, things like that. And Stewart Title also sort of puts us, in primary as well as secondary markets. I live in beautiful Kelowna. We have reps in Northern BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Vancouver Island, I'm trying to think, London, Ontario. So, we're well represented and we sort of live and breathe our local communities. So it's so nice to be able to partner with all the local brokers. Like you said, go out for coffee and sit down with people and really know those local markets.
So how does the relationship work between Stewart, the lenders, the law office? Obviously, like for us, we require title insurance, and I know a lot of our law partners use your company. So how does that work? Like, how do they go about ensuring that they've got a Stewart Title product?
So most lenders, like you said, do require title insurance on purchase or refinance transactions, just like yourselves. And so some of our relationships are definitely more formal in nature, where we have a master policy in place. Okay. And, like you and me, we'll meet for coffee every once in a while. And some of them are definitely more informal in nature. So, it really does depend on the lender. Now, with the legal side to the community, we don't participate in any document generation programs, and we believe in the lawyer or notary's role in the real estate transaction. And because of that, we really do tend to be the lawyer or notary's choice of title insurance company. So we're really happy to be able to partner with those organizations, the various law societies and bars across Canada and the Notary Society, and support them where we can.
Right. So if a broker partner of ours is looking to ensure that their client has a Stewart policy, they can just simply ask their solicitor or notary to see if they have partnered or have the option of using your services, correct?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So what part of Stewart sort of sets you guys above the other companies in Canada?
Well, we really do pride ourselves on our customer service at Stewart Title. I love being able to work. You and me know I've worked a lot with your underwriters and being able to put a second set of eyes on those difficult transactions and really look at the risk assessment for some of these trickier deals that we have going on in this market right now. And, we're always happy to, like I said, put that second set of eyes on the deal, IDV it if need be, and just, work with underwriting teams and brokers out there to make sure we can get these deals done in a safe manner.
Like you just said, I mean, I know, was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago, you really helped Tanya, one of our senior underwriters, get a deal over the finish line. And there was a little key piece that you kind of stepped in and helped push it through, something that doesn't always come up. And, that's a great resource of having that relationship with your lender partners and the solicitor office as well.
Yeah, we just love to help wherever we can. That's, one of the things that we do strive for is to be the best in the industry for customer service.
Yeah. We were talking this morning on a group call at the office here about policies and one thing that happens when we are funding a deal, and we talked about, most lenders require a policy. Those policies typically are for covering the lender. During the transaction, whether it's a purchase or a refinance, do consumers have the option of buying their own policy to protect themselves outside of the policy for a lender?
Absolutely. We do have several types of policies available. So first and foremost, we have the lender policy. That obviously protects the lender for things like priority, enforceability of the mortgage, and of course, hot button topic of the week is title fraud.
Yeah.
And we also do have a homeowner policy available. Those can be purchased at the time of purchase. So when you're going to purchase, also at the time of refinance, which a lot of people don't realize. Okay. And you can actually purchase your homeowner policy at any time by contacting your local notary or lawyer.
Okay. And what typically does that cost a client?
That's a very difficult question,
Okay.
simply because we do have pricing that varies from province to province.
Okay.
I can't speak to the British Columbia market, where for a standard purchase transaction of a single family home, where you're looking at an owner and a lender policy, it would start at around $150 to $200 and then go up from there.
So actually a really reasonable price point for a safe peace of mind, right? Of
Absolutely.
Taking that next level, as we talked about fraud, that's just on the rise. If anybody's read some of those articles or you haven't, I would just Google them. I mean, it's at the front of almost every headline right now on how that is affecting Canadian borrowers. So this just layers that level of protection. And something that we talked about as well is, those brokers that have clients that may have other properties that may be clear title that other than a subject, having a homeowner's policy is just that extra little piece of protection in case of title fraud. Or as I mentioned, we were talking about, if it's a clear title property, maybe just putting a small HELOC on it. So that adds to that layer, because if somebody tries to put another mortgage or change title or whatnot, as we're seeing in these fraud cases, that would be that next trigger point for a lender, and that to notify the homeowner on that.
Absolutely. And actually, one of the top questions I've received this week from the real estate partners we have out there is, do I need to renew my homeowner policy? So just to let everybody know, it is a one-time premium, and it's good for as long as you own a legal interest in that property. So, if you're planning on living your house for 5, 10, 15 years, that's such a small amount for all those years of coverage.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it doesn't matter whether or not you pay the house off or you transfer your mortgage from one lender to another. That policy is attached to the homeowner that purchased the policy and attached to that property only.
Absolutely, yeah.
Makes a big difference, because there are some other products that our broker partners can use that are attached to the mortgage piece. This is attached to the property itself.
Yes, it's attached to that homeowner.
big difference. One of the big pieces that I wanted to chat about is one of the newer products that Stewart has is TreeFort ID. Can you kind of explain how that works and how that can complement our broker partners' business in having that discussion with their clients?
Yeah,
Sure.
now we're really excited to bring TreeFort out into the marketplace. It was actually created by a lawyer in the Alberta market who saw the need to assist with KYC requirements through technology. So Stewart is now the majority shareholder of that product. And we've actually been using it for over a year on our transactions. So I think, we'd probably be the best beta testers out there. So, it's just coming to market right now in Ontario. We're really excited about that. We're signing up a lot of law firms this week, next week. I know Alberta, we have a lot coming online this week and next week as well. So, so excited that it's finally sort of available to people in the broader market. Now, how it works is it basically works, stage one is a selfie stage. So it scans your face and scans the ID and tells you if it's the same person. I've seen a demo a few times now, and it's absolutely crazy technology. It measures the distance of your eyes and like your nose to your lips and stuff like that. And then it also does a credit bureau report as well. So it sort of looks at that account, the bank account, to see, is it a brand new bank account? Is there regular payments coming in and out of that? And we're really able to see that, no, this is not, a fraudulent brand new bank account being used. So really exciting things coming.
So is there any dollar value that it affects, like anything over, say, 250,000 or anything under sort of 5 million? Like, is there any parameters around that, or is it just basically any file that can be pushed through TreeFort?
Right now we have some internal parameters, but they are constantly changing just because the nature of some of these fraud things going on in the market right now. But for other our third party partners like yourself or like law firms, they can use it for any or all transactions. It does not matter to us. So
can we? Is there a login that a lender or more importantly our broker partners, if they have concerns about the transaction, could they log into a portal or sign up with you for TreeFort and run that prior to submitting?
We're a couple weeks hopefully away from that, but we do have an online portal set up at stewart.ca, and on there you can put your name on there, and we will be launching something in the coming weeks for everybody. So we're really excited.
Awesome. I think that's just another layer of protection and helping our broker partners be comfortable with the transaction that they're doing there. I mean, we never want to think about, dealing with a fraudster or that, but I mean, unfortunately, it's part and parcel of our industry, and anything that we can do to provide that extra layer of comfort and support for our broker partners, it's key. And I'm glad we were able to chat about it. What's the one sort of biggest misconception or a couple small misconceptions about title insurance?
Oh, that's a tough one. I really think that a lot of people think that title insurance covers everything. They see the word insurance and it's sort of like a catch-all for everything.
Yeah.
We get a lot of claims for things like my fridge stopped working and my basement flooded. One thing to remember is we insure very specific risks. Those things being, as I mentioned, fraud, survey-related loss, priority and enforceability of mortgages. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And another big misconception is that it's only the lender that suffers the loss. We get that all the time. And I know we've sort of been talking a lot about those homeowner policies on this call, but it really is the homeowner themselves that suffers the most losses and has the most claims to Stewart Title. So, always a wise recommendation to get a homeowner policy, or at least have those discussions. Education is key and transparency is key. So
absolutely. I mean, that's one thing that we pride ourselves at Threepoint is our transparency and laying out all of the costs associated with dealing with us. And it's nice to hear that, one of our partners feels the same way and operates that way as well. obviously it's a big hot topic. What's the best way for our broker partners out there to get a hold of you and or your colleagues?
Well, if you don't know who your local business development manager is, if you're not sure, best thing to go is stewart.ca. On there, there's a big map. You can click on your local business development manager, send them off a quick email or give them a quick call. You know, if you have file specific questions, just want to learn more about title insurance, you can also give me a call. I'm happy to put you in touch with whoever you need to. Speaking engagements, or if you just want to learn more. And we have some written material on there as well, if you'd like to provide that to your client, sort of an explanation what title insurance is, what it covers, and that sort of thing.
Awesome. So, I mean, for our broker partners, we will put Jessica's contact email and phone number in the video, so you'll be able to reach out and connect with her. I truly thank you for taking a few minutes of your day. I think this is just a very hot topic, and I'll reach out in the future and we'll chat a little bit more about TreeFort as it carries on and grows with your company. So thank you again. I wish you and Stewart all the best this year, and look forward to catching up soon.
Yeah, awesome. And thank you for having me. I always love to talk. Everyone knows that about me, so appreciate it.
Awesome, Jess. Talk to you soon.
Bye.